Hi guys, Rickard here. Thanks for watching this video. In this video I will discuss how you can impress a woman or a girl. I will help you understand how you can impress a woman by covering 3 different and specific ways that you can use to impress her as soon as you are finished by watching this video. I've covered how you can impress on a girl before, but if you want to impress on a woman, it takes a little bit more effort since she's more mature and more experienced. So I just want to share my knowledge with you in this video. But before I do, if you like this article, please give me some likes, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit that bell notification so that you can get notified whenever I upload new videos here on YouTube. I just want to say that if you just listen to this video, nothing will change in your life, because I know that you want to share it with every single guy you know is struggling to impress on a woman. I get it. And you are allowed to share this video by hitting that share button below. It's okay. But I strongly encourage you to don't just watch a video and then do nothing about it. I would rather have you take some action and use the information in your life right now. Of course, there are no guarantees that you can impress on a woman if you use the methods that I'm discussing here, but there are some best practices and these have worked for other men, so hopefully they will work for you as well. Now, a little disclaimer here, this is no guarantee, it's just what have worked for others, and you learn by doing what others have done before you and found to be successful. If you follow that path, you are on your way to get that woman of yours. So can you impress a woman? I mean, nowadays it's quite hard to do so. No, you're wrong. It's quite easy actually, but only if you know how to do it. The question you can ask yourself is, how can I impress this woman? One of the best ways to impress on a woman is by using words. Women love men who use their verbal skills to impress on her, especially if you can discuss topics that she enjoys too. But do you know what you should say to her? I have shared some ideas with you in the video that you will find below. There are some great suggestions that hopefully will help you impress on a woman as quickly as after watching that video. You will know how to impress a woman easily and quickly by just using some words. So, are random words that powerful, or do I need specific words? So let's investigate this claim for some time here, guys. It's never a great idea to just use random words, but rather you need to use specific words. Words that create powerful emotions inside of her brain are the best. You already know those words, actually, and you know them in your heart if you just take a moment and think about it for a little while. These words are referred to as compliments, and here's a video where I give you 65 compliments that you can start by giving her tonight and see how things are changing. They work like catmint on women because they are creating a powerful emotion in her. She will become more than a feline friend. She will become obsessed with you if you just know how to use it. Because when you create powerful emotions in her, she will engage emotionally in the conversation. And this is what you want her to do, since she will then be more inclined to respond to you and hopefully fall in love with you. However, there are 3 different ways you can do this, as I explained in the beginning of this video. Depending on your situation, you need to be using the right words or she won't be emotionally engaged in your conversation. It all depends if you are talking face to face or by text or chat. So now I will start by discussing how you can impress on a woman if you're chatting with her. I will begin by discussing how to impress a woman in a chat. As a matter of fact, this is probably how you start to talk with a woman that you do not know before or haven't been properly introduced to. You only have one shot at making a stunning first impression on her. For this reason, she will be more cautious to you, and any suggestions you will make to her will be viewed with huge skepticism. It's quite natural when you think about it. If you would meet her in real life, she would react in a similar fashion. When you do not know a person, you will not believe what that person has to say unless you have built some trust first, right? So just be honest and patient with her. There are 2 great tips that I share inside of my article with you that will help you impress her. But whatever you do, do not lie to her. Never tell her a lie, because lies undermine you and will make you look like a dishonest person, which is something you want to avoid at all costs. So what should you do instead? Try to be yourself as much as possible and be honest, patient, unique, and above all, building rapport in her mind. Don't forget that the chat is not a monologue, but a dialogue, and it should be that way. So give her some breathing space and time to answer all your questions. If she asks questions to you, respond to them as honest as possible. Try to figure out the things that interest her and discuss this as much as possible. Then try to ask her out as quickly as possible as well. If you are discussing things on a webcam chat, you should also try to look your best and behave the best you can. And trust me, she will have a close look at you and especially look at your body language, since this is something women find very interesting. But unfortunately, most people aren't as good as they think about actually knowing what someone is saying, so to speak, with their body. So I talk about the 15 tips on how to impress a woman in a chat on my blog. And then if you want to impress on her very quickly just by texting her, click on the link below. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit that bell notification so that you will get notified whenever I upload new videos here on YouTube. And don't forget to give this video some thumbs up so you show YouTube that you like this kind of content. Now I will discuss how you can impress a woman by text. Before I go into details, I just want to repeat something here that I have talked about previously in the video and also on my blog before. As always, be polite, respectful, and honest. That's key. Also, you need to be truthful with your intentions and write exactly what you want. Don't tell her that you just want to be friends with her if you want to be in a relationship with her. Because if you're in a relationship and that is what you want, tell her that straight from the beginning so she knows what she expects. For instance, every time I've been dating women by texting them, I always begin with one of the first texts that I sent to her would have been that I'm not here to play. I'm here to start a family and build a relationship, and I want to see if you and me are a good fit for each other. Be fun, interesting, and mix some of your personality in your texts, and also some sense of humor. so that she will get accustomed to it, and that she also will determine whether you are worth her time, and you will also be able to determine if she is worth your time, because maybe you have very strange humor and maybe it just isn't a match between the two of you. Or maybe you are a match made in heaven, if we just look at the humor. And just remember that if you make her laugh, that is a powerful thing. And here are some texts I share in this video that will make her laugh. Now, give her some space to text you back as well. This is important when you are texting her. Don't be afraid to compliment her or asking her questions. You will find that in the playlist. That video. She will return the favor later on. As long as you are anything but boring or disrespectful, she will probably answer your texts. By creating emotions in her, you create a connection with her. Here are some other things that you can do to build an important emotional connection with any woman you want. In that video, I also explain why it's important to build that emotional connection with her. When you want to impress a woman by text, keep it short and sweet, especially if it is your first text to her. You should keep it as simple as, "Hi, how are you?" You don't need to overthink it. As always, you need to show an interest in the things that she's into if you want her to be into you too. That's how things work. Another fun thing you can try out is to give her a pet name. Not straight away though, because that will just be strange, guys. But after a while of texting her, and if things are going well, and you have been talking for like a week or something like that, then I would recommend that you give her a pet name. If she likes you, she might give you a pet name as well. Now, I also share a video with you here that pops up right here, and that talks about the signs that she might like you through text that you should look out for, what those signs are. That video will be very helpful to you because it will help you decode her behavior and her responses to the text messages you send to her. But what kind of messages should you send to her to impress on a woman? You will find some examples that you can use to impress on a woman. There will also be a free ebook that you can give, which has 101 impressive texts that you can use on any girl or woman that you want to get out on a date with. And you will find that in the second link in the description below, where it says my top recommended system for guys who wants to impress on a woman. So finally, it's a little bit strange in times like these, but talking. Don't forget the human interaction, guys, which I know can be a little bit awkward after the lockdowns and so on. But this talk you can have is actually no talk at all. If you click the link in the description below and watch the second video, and that's the first link, that video will explain why talking is overrated. If you really want to know how to impress a woman by talking, is to allow her to do all the talking for you while you keep silent and listen to her. Pretty strange, isn't it? But listen to this strange fact. A study back in 2015 at Stanford University revealed that if a woman on speed dates were allowed to speak about herself and only be interrupted by the man occasionally, they were more likely to get out on an actual date. So science proved it, guys, and I leave a link to that article in my own article. So if you want that, you can check it out, and that's actually the article that you will find immediately after you have signed up to my newsletter. So this is Ricard. signing off. I thank you so much for watching this until the end, and I really hope that you appreciate it, and that you give it some likes, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit that bell notification so that I can notify you whenever I upload new videos here on my YouTube channel, where I talk about dating tips for men as well as relationship advice for women. This is Ricard, signing off.